Good day to one and all. This is Dr. Sivaraman of iknowindices.com. I'll be presenting now the Asian Session Live Market Analysis and the Forecast webinar during the last week of the month of April. Today we are on 24th of April. Between 5 and 5:30 GMT, I'll try to give the forecast for this particular week, 24th to 28th of April. Now, everybody is very anxious about that of the French election. So, people are having the varied outlook and expecting that will have a positive impact in the market. So, already we have seen that euro has gone up from that of Friday close level straight away about 131 pips, now net change level, and it went up to 1.0920. and dropped about 75 pips from that of the high. So all will be wondering what is going to be the impact. But as I explain every time, the quick moves are false moves in the market. So during that of the market opening time, they made the gap opening and straight away gained and dropped from there. And we know that intention whenever they make such moves. And you know very well last week they did it in the case of GBP. Now this time they are done it in the case of euro. So also they had done last week in the case of yen on the downside. So everywhere they are making the extended stop point. Why such extended stop point? Because they make such extended stop point before shifting the trading zone. So earlier, so far, from the beginning of the year, we have seen the players have done the lower level consolidation with frequent downward stop point. Afterwards, they are making one gain as an extended gain, and from there, book profit with regard to the lower level buys. And again, they will try to support the market around the middle level, start gaining the level, and do either way stop-ins during that of the middle level consolidation. So they will frequently continue to make either way stop-ins. So now it is the last week of the month of April and the first week of month of May, they do the monthly trend reversal. So during this monthly trend reversal, 2 weeks, they will make upward stop-in, extended stop-in, followed by downward extended stop-ins. After that, they will definitely make phenomenal gain in euro and GBP as well as USD and USD CHF during the month of May. That is going to be the forecast. So normally I give the forecast for the week on Mondays and review it on Friday. So today we are on Monday. So I have given the long-term forecast. I will now try to give you the weekly forecast. And if you want to have further clarification or get more details, then you can contact me through email dr@iknowindices.com or Skype chat ID iknowindices@hotmail.com, and my website is iknowindices.com. You can go there and send me the request message also if you want. Otherwise, directly you can contact me through email or Skype chat so that you will be able to get the clarification. No strings attached. You will not be forced to become a member or anything. This is a intention to help small traders who can really come out of the problem of stress trading. So my forecast is a statistically derived forecast, and it is called as an algorithm when we come across, when you do sequential statistical analysis step by step in order to derive the conclusions. And that will be fine-tuned using the market reading, and I'll explain to you how exactly the market reading is being done with the help of the simple live market web page. This is going to be your main tool. That live market quote page will be your main tool, and this you can make use of in order to understand how the market is expected to behave from time to time. So here you come across the bid and the ask, the high and low, and also the net change. And the GMT time is there. They are giving the New York time. Instead, you can open a window having a GMT time frame. Even my own website, you come across GMT time is being displayed along with that of your local time, so that you will be able to understand what is the time difference between GMT and your local time, and also find out the market for 24 hours. So this 24 hours market, you will be able to read it as a 24 hours market rather than trying to read the market based on your local time. It is not stock market. Stock market, you can use your local time to do that. But the Forex market, you have to use the international standard time. Then afterwards, I'll explain briefly the trade calls for the day, and also explain how exactly you can limit the risk and maximize the profit during such volatile moves. Sorry. Now the forecast for the week. So this is the last week of April. So monthly trend reversal time. So during this monthly trend reversal time, the players are expected to make volatile move and then gain quickly the levels. So today, 24th, they are expected to make this swing and slide move during that of the Japanese session, followed by the swing and slide during that of the European session. Then afterwards, swing and form up during the US session. So normally you come across during that of the trend reversal, they will make weak beginning false move as part of the strategy. They made an extended upward stop in order to make the slow slide book profit of their lower level buys, what they had done last week. They already done it in the case of GBP by gaining to 1.29 level, and then they will try to slide so that the people will think that it come down further down based on the technical analysis. After the drop, the traders could go in for a sell and buy trade as a breakout trade, but the players will trap them and then again gain back the levels and induce them to do the short covering above 1.30, etc. So this is the game plan of the players on a daily basis, weekly basis. They do it, and if you don't understand that, that means we are unfit for trading. Now tomorrow, 25th of April, they are expected to make the swing and rise during the Japanese and the European session, and then slide during that of the US session. So they will make the volatile moves. Keep in mind that quick moves or false moves in the market, either way quick moves could be seen during this trend reversal time. Then on Wednesday, they are expected to make a downward move similar to that of, opposite to that of the move what they are going to do tomorrow. So tomorrow they are expected to make quick rise, and then drop. Then day after tomorrow, drop, and then form up. This is how they will just deceive the traders and give the impression that the market might go up and then suddenly drop, and the traders will think that market is not able to pierce and go higher and then start selling, but the players will buy everything and then start gaining the levels on Thursday and also Friday. So the market is expected to make either way moves during the monthly trend reversal time. And why they make such volatile moves? In order to handle the derivative market, the futures and the options market, etc. So keep in mind, you have to be doubly cautious while trading during the monthly trend reversal time. The levels in which the currencies are expected to swing in this week, Euro could come down to 1.07 and then go up to 1.10 level, and they've gone up to the 1.0920 and then dropped, and they will come down again and then start making the rise. In the case of GBP again, they could come down another 100 pips or so, from the 1.279 area. Then they could pierce the high and go above. In the case of yen, as I explained, when they are gaining the levels in the case of euro and GBP, many will be expecting USD and USD CHF to drop drastically, but the players are gaining the levels again. So they quickly gain the level to 110 in the case of USD yen, when euro and GBP have gone up. Well, this is the trick they do by making a contrarian move. As a result, you find the yen crosses will also start gaining the levels. So if you simply look into that of the technicals in the case of yen crosses, you'll be surprised to see that they start making the one-sided upward move, but the technicals may not be able to explain it. And you'll be really, you could get trapped on the wrong side. And you know that in the case of crosses, they make the spread is also high between the bid and the ask, and also they make about 100 to 300 pips one-sided move. Then if you're on the wrong side, you might lose your short. Then USD CHF, they come up to 0.99 and they will go down further before making an upward stop, and here they are done already the upward stop and up to 1.01 area and then start dropping. The case of Canadian dollar, they are making the high level consolidation with frequent upward stop, and they will just make the stop around that 1.35 and suddenly make a drop. So they hold high and build sell positions. And if you take sell position, you may not be able to see the profit immediately because they are doing the high level consolidation with frequent upward stop and to make a further downward move in the case of USD CAD. Similarly, in the case of Australian dollar, they are doing the lower level consolidation with frequent downward stop, and then they are expected to continuously gain the level as a one-sided gain in the case of Australian dollar. So they are making extreme moves in the commodity crosses, commodity pairs. As a result, the commodity crosses like Euro CAD, GBP CAD, or Euro Aussie and GBP Aussie, they show the extreme levels. So this is how they handle the market. So they handle only the 6 pairs, and with which they are able to bring innumerable type of moves in the other crosses. So if you think that the crosses are influencing the major, then we have to believe that the small traders influence the big banks to take the positions. It is like that. Now let us go in for the market reading using the initial lows and the highs which are noted down around 3:30 GMT. Euro formed the low 1.0682, the high was 1.0920. They are not breached the low or the high, and they are in the just 75 pips below that of the high what they have set. Stop cutting the high. Slowly you will come across euro to come down during the European session. Then in the case of GBP, 1.2793 was the initial low. They started already coming down to 1.2780 and then started gaining the level after making a brief either way stop, and they are expected to make the slide in the case of GBP again and then start gaining it later on once euro started coming down in a big way. Then in the case of yen, but they will make volatile move. Keep in mind that they are not going to make one-sided drop or one-sided rise. So you have to be very, very careful in capturing the profit in your trades. Follow the session-wise moves and try to close the positions within the sessions so that you'll be able to really capture good profit during this week and next week. Then in the case of yen, 109.86 is the low, 110.52 is the high. They are holding the middle level and trying to bring in oscillations initially and start gaining the levels during the week. Then in the case of CHF, 0.9909 is the low, they are not breached it, and 0.9956 is the high, they just breached the high and gone above. Slightly they will gain the level along with that of euro as a contrarian move in order to gain the level in the case of euro CHF, and later on they will try to drop USD CHF and also euro and GBP. Then you will come across USD weakening move during the day of the tomorrow. Then in the case of Canadian dollar, 1.3463 is the low, 1.3494 was the high. They just went up to 1.35, hit the stops and come down to 1.3475, and they will make a lower level downward stop and then again gain and make upward stop. And they are doing the high level consolidation with frequent upward stop. And then after building huge sell position, they will make one-sided drop to 1.29 area. Keep that in mind. Then Australian dollar, 0.7540 is the low, 0.7575 is the high. So they are not breached the low or the high. What they have set, they are consolidating it. And slowly you will come across Aussie to gain the levels during the day and also in the week. So if you got any doubt, kindly ask me the questions in the question answer window here. I'll be able to see the question and answer those questions live when you ask me. Now the recommended trades for you. So when there is a small pullback in the case of euro, you can take sell position in the case of euro and keep the hedge order to limit the risk, and they will come down and afterwards you can book profit. So then later on people will say sell on rumor and buy on facts and things like that. So many explanations they may give, but initially the traders and the analysts would have become stunned of the gap opening, which I mentioned on Friday, how they are going to make a gap opening in the market. Then in the case of GBP, they could make for the downward move and then you can try to take buy positions. It's a typo mistake. Then you can book profit around 1.2850 level and then keep the hedge order to limit the risk. And once the position makes profit, you keep stop at entry and remove the hedge and trail that stop in profit making position so that you will be able to book profit during an upward journey. So they will make the contrarian move, dropping euro and rising GBP, and you have to be very careful. Now you can see the contrarian move. Euro is showing positive net change, GBP is showing negative net change. This is how they handle the market, and in order to handle the crosses, they should be able to understand how they are making such differential moves. So it is nothing to do with the US dollar strengthening and weakening. They are making only a contrarian move in order to handle the crosses. Then Aussie, small dip, you can try to take a buy and then they will gain the level to book profit. So these are all the recommended trades. You can just try it in a demo account. And in the case of yen, when they make a brief downward stop and below that of the low, what they have set, you can try to take a buy, then they will gain again. Okay. Now these are all the market timings. So Japanese, European and US sessions. In between the sessions, you come across the gap time, and each session is subdivided into early, mid and the late sessions. The early and the late sessions, you can take positions and exit. In the case of majors, mid sessions, you can focus on the crosses in your trades. Okay, there is a question, Jason. How should we handle USD from here? Okay, USDN is expected to make upward journey. So any quick drop is a buy opportunity below that of the low. They will make always a downward stop and before making further rise. It's a normal way. Upward stop and before making a slide. In the case of Euro, they made an upward stop and before making a slide. So in the case of USDN, at the moment they are holding it in positive net change, and slowly they will just come down and hit the stops below that of the low what they have set before making further upward journey. Such downward moves, we should try to take the positions. So around that of 109.67 or 109.56 and things like that. They could come down wherever the cluster of stops are there. They will come up to that, hit the stops, and then start going. So watch that and try to take the position. We can just conclude it that they are not going to go below that. Once they stop cutting the new low, what they have set for more than 30 minutes to 2 hours, that means that is the low. Then afterwards, slowly they will gain the levels. See, always the quick moves are false moves. Whenever they quickly gain the level, you have to take a sell, and slowly they will come down, book profit. Similarly, they will make a quick downward move, then buy, slowly they will gain the level, book profit. Hope you are able to understand. Is there any other question? So you can ask me, I'll answer to those questions. Then I'll come back on 28th of April. That will be Friday to review the forecast, what I have given it. So irrespective of the elections, etc., you do come across the market is being manipulated, and they will from time to time use some attributes in order to make such quick stop and moves or extended stop and moves. And don't be carried away, and such election results or any other event for that matter, and the euphoric condition will be short-lived. Afterwards, they will talk about the technicals, it is overbought or oversold, and then to start following the technicals, and the traders will really get confused what happened to that of the election. And the market was talking all along, everybody was talking in a vociferous language about the election, and suddenly stopped talking about it and then started explaining the technicals. So this is how they trap the traders and confuse the traders and avoid the traders getting understanding the market. Thereby, the traders can easily lose money from the market. So when the traders lose, the players gain the money. So it is like a gambling den. They're trying to do it. So don't become victim of such act again and again. Is there any other question, please? I'll show the forecast slide. So last week of the month and the first week of the new month, the market will show very volatile moves. Keep that in mind. So you can only do session-wise swing trades, or at the maximum try to follow this and try to close the position within the day, because the next day they may make a different type of move and using different story during the month end, because they have to necessarily handle the futures and the options market extremely, and also the forward covers of the exporters. So we cannot blame it, because they have to earn from every market. That is why they focus on those things. So you might be thinking about your trade, but the players think about all the trades of all the traders and trying to trap them. If there is no question, then I'll try to conclude the webinar. I take this opportunity to thank FX Street for the facilities provided to present the webinar. So understand that the players are going to make month end and a new month beginning monthly trend reversal move. You have to be doubly cautious while trading. Use the trading strategy to limit the risk and maximize the profit. Follow the forecast, what I have given it, and try to capture the profit. And if you earn, I'll be very happy. I'll come back on Friday and review the forecast for your benefit so that you will be able to understand how reliable the forecast is. Wish you all the best in your trades. See you on Friday.